Oh, sorry. Yes, ma'am. हाँ हाँ सर कहाँ है सर? हाँ हाँ ठीक ठीक पेन ड्राइव लगा लूँगी सर, आ जाइए आ जाइए। बहुत स्लो लेकर के आइए, इस टेबल पे नहीं, इस टेबल पे जल्दी से लेकर के आइए राउंड टेबल पे।
ये है प्रोग्राम कैलेंडर एक्टिविटी दे रहा
और सर्टिफिकेशन कोर्स आता है
नहीं, इसमें सर्टिफिकेशन का दिया हुआ 20 से। ये बेसिकली स्टार्ट फ्रॉम 27 नाउ।
ये 3%
That's the case. Yeah, morning sir.
काम Maheshwari. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, I got it. Thank you.
Do we have to sign somewhere?
Yes.
Devi Maheshwari from the same organization.
Rahul is
Yeah. Books to read out.
Last year also we had like this. Here we have this.
No, we best job you have
ECN security. So it is like security system.
No, it's on the, we are planning to make a brand where we can export our things related to escape rescue, loss mitigation. Those are the main focus. Also,
you from?
I have some friends who say that now equipment-based security?
Both equipment, manpower, consultancy, some
So do you also take turnkey assignments?
everything.
So I think all these
Security
modern,
is also a big concern.
yes, all these modern apartments also it's mandatory for them to
For them we are
destroy coffee business in these
which is called escape rescue system, wherein so we are having a type of lift which is being made in US, and we are making the components in and starting that. So that thing comes down like a parachute, and it moves down, and you can keep moving it.
And many places like in US have they put some security, I don't know what it's called, on the windows or something.
you can give later.
Okay.
Like in our corporate administration we have majorly our engineering background students. Then they will do their PG diplomas. Then they have what do you call it, exposure in everything. Your engineering, that is basically your technical background.
Morning, friends. Thank you. That's the way it should be. We commence with the second Mega HR Conclave 2010 on the theme 3G Innovative HR Practices. This is Hotel Radisson, Sushant Lok at Gurgaon. Today is 18th November 2010. Very happy morning to you and to each one of you who is present here. With the starting of the program, I would request Mr. S. Vardharajan, EVP and Chief People's Officer, Quattro BPO Services Limited, to come over to the stage. Mr. Vardharajan is also heading the Delhi Management Association. Vardharajan, sir. Can you give a big round of applause for him? I request upon Mr. Ritesh Jain to come over to the dais. He is at the helm of affairs of Indus Business Academy as Chief Executive Officer, Indus Business Academy, Greater Noida, and is my co-program director along with me for this Mega HR Conclave. I call upon Mr. R.S. Dabas, the Chief HR Officer, JBM Group, to come over. Can you all give them a big round of applause, please? And finally, I request upon Pramod Joshi to come over here. Welcome, sir. To take it forward, I call upon Mr. Vardharajan to give a welcome address and to, in fact, start the proceedings.
Thank you, Hari. Good morning, everybody. I think Hari was right. We need more coffee in this room and caffeine in this room. Good morning. Good morning. You know, I have the advantage of the mic. Okay. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you. Welcome to the HR Summit. It's a pleasure to have each and one of you here. DMA has been doing this HR Conclave for the last couple of years. This is one of the premier events for DMA. How many people here are members of Delhi Management Association? Can you please put your hands up? Members of DMA? This is sad. Rajan, if you are here, ensure that everyone becomes member before they leave. Delhi Management Association has been working with the small and medium enterprises in Delhi. helping in sharing and networking on management practices, sharing of experiences of people, members amongst themselves, because that's the best way to learn. And this conclave is one of the kind where people will be sharing their experiences on HR practices. It's needless to say the criticality of HR in the years, especially in the years of where we are working in businesses or in institutes or running our own businesses. Retention of talent and attracting talent is the most critical part. And with this in mind, Hari, thanks to Hari Nair, who has been instrumental in putting the mega conclave together for the past 2 years in a row, and thanks to Ritesh as well. You will enjoy today's program for 2 reasons. One is a plethora of speakers who are here, who will share their rich experiences with you. And the second is networking amongst yourselves as well. And that is going to be a good learning experience. Thank you so much for coming. And on behalf of DMA and the managing committee of DMA and the organizing committee of this conference, I welcome you to this program. And let's go, Hari, and I'll request Hari to share the contours of the one day, and then we'll take on from there. Thank you.
Thank you, Raja sir. We have got 4 sessions over here today. The first session being that on 3G innovative HR practices. It would be easy to understand from the theme that what it could be once the presenters and the speakers come over here. We have win-win practices for being a high-performing organization as the second session. In the third part of the day, we have quantifying people performance, and least but the last program that would be there as a technical session is bridging the Gen X and the Gen Y gap through innovativeness in HR. It's my duty to introduce you to the speakers also. Mr. Varadarajan is a founding member of Quattro BPO Solutions with over 27 years of experience in all facets of HR. Quattro is a high-end business process outsourcing services provider, which was founded by the most experienced BPO team in India, led by an industry pioneer, Raman Roy, with offices in Chennai, Gurgaon, Mumbai in India, in United States, Canada, United Kingdom, with over 2,500 employees across the globe. Varadarajan is a seasoned HR professional, an entrepreneur with notable performance in a wide range of areas, among them organizational building, performance management, remuneration practices, career development, and many other areas. He is the National Secretary of the National HRD Network, the largest association of HR professionals. And he holds a master's degree in commerce from Madras University. He's a part of Masters in Business Administration. He's specializing in HR and personal management from XLRI Jamshedpur. He also holds a diploma in training and development and diploma in law. I introduce Ritesh Jain. Ritesh Jain did his schooling from DPS Haridwar and is IIT Varanasi product. He finished the engineering in year 2001 and worked in his family business for about 1 year to gain the practical experience of industry before joining the management program at Goa Institute of Management. Under his dynamic leadership and with full support from the faculty, staff and dean, this visionary chairman, IBA Greater Noida campus is firmly established itself among the students, academia and industry in the region. Today, IBA Greater Noida is one of the most sought after B schools in the northern region, having academic and industry linkages with best of the B schools around the country. Mr. R.S. Dabas is the CHRO, the Chief HR Officer with JBM Group, a diversified conglomerate having 10 joint venture companies in partnership with leading MNCs, Fortune 500 corporations. He is an HRD expert, motivational speaker and trainer of international repute who has trained more than 1 lakh professionals across the world. Dabas has led the HRD network as its president and has represented in various national level committees of CII, IMA, PhD, CCI. Previous assignments held by him in corporate include Chief Executive Corporate HR Trident, Vice President HRD Hero Honda, and General Manager Aditya Birla Group. He is the author of the highly acclaimed book, Success and Beyond. Pramod Sadat Joshi, the Executive Director from the IDBI Bank Limited, is a gold medalist with a graduate degree in Psychology and Statistics and has obtained his graduate degree in HR from the reputed TISS, Tata Institute of Social Sciences, Mumbai, India. In his current role as Executive Director at IDBI Capital Market Services Limited, he is spearheading the entire gamut of business HR strategies and interventions to facilitate the organization's aggressiveness, growth plans across geographies. He is leading the initiatives on the key imperatives of organizational development and people-process synergy to facilitate the organization propel into next orbit of professional excellence and branding. Mr. Pramod brings in with him the in-depth knowledge and range of comprehensive HR experiences spanning organization across sectors and geographies. His earliest stints was with Siemens, Citibank. Then he went to the HR function of HDFC Bank, Microsoft, Cognizant, Computer Sciences Corporation, and his last assignment as Executive Vice President and Global Head HR of Bhavan Cybertech Group, Oman. There is a lot to be said about him. He has received various industry recognitions. Prominent among them is the HR Leadership Award, Award for HR Strategy in Line with Business. He ranks 18th rank 18 for the best employer at World HRD Congress, and many more accolades to put across. Sir, from here, I hand over the dais to Mr. Vardarajan, who would now take the session forward on 3G innovative HR practices. Over to you, Mr. Raja.
Thank you, Hari. Thank God it's 3G and not 2G. It's very, I would say the most exciting environment for any business professional to be in is today. Not yesterday, not tomorrow, but today. If you look around, the growth which is happening in India is phenomenal, and if you thought that till yesterday the growth was phenomenal, it is going to be multi times that in the days to come. And with growth comes challenges, and challenges from competition, because today competition can come from anywhere. There was a time when HP used to compete with a company called digital equipment. I don't know how many people here know what digital equipment did. They were into servers and in systems and everything. And one fine day, they were gobbled up by a company called Compaq. So Compaq was competition, and Compaq gobbled them up. So people who used to compete with each other and not quote prices to each other were now sitting on the same side of the table. And they are competing against a company called HP. Come one morning, they find HP has taken them over. Then HP started working, and suddenly they find Dell coming in as competition. And then they thought everything was over, and then Sony came with competition. So competition is coming from everywhere. And joining the pack is those Indian manufacturers in India who come out with those very, very cost-effective PCs. So you look around and competition is increasing, so how do you face competition? The second thing which happens is, so the CEO of the company says growth is the criteria, we have to increase double sales this year. Fine. Next he says, but we have to be competitive in the market. Because we have to be competitive in the market, it's necessary to optimize on cost. So cost has to come down so that we can give better prices to our customers. So there goes what you had planned for, saying that I'll go and hire about 150 people, paying 3 months salary and whatever, and buy them out. Not going to work because cost is going to be a criteria. Next comes the poor HR person who's called and says, get me the best of talent and ensure that you retain them. Okay? I come from an industry where normally the best way to retain talent is to attract them, hire them, put them into a room, lock the room and throw the key away. That's the easiest way to retain talent. I'm joking. So the HR person's role has become that of a person who has resources which are given to him or her, and he has to play the role of a key partner to business. In order to do this, this person has to add value to business, otherwise the HR person's job can be done by anyone. So the HR value creation is the responsibility of the HR function and the responsibility of the CEO as well. With this being the case, what is innovation? We had to create practices. Every company looks the same. Every company looks identical. How do you manage to differentiate yourself from others? There's a small story which I think many of you would know, which I always quote as far as hiring of talent is concerned. There was this